Technical ability. There's technical ability in everything, from moving around in the kitchen, knife skills, peeling skills, managing a workstation, managing a workflow, all of that is technical ability. My chef used to say that perfection is a lot of little things done well. So when you come into the kitchen, enter with a humble and open mind. Whether you've been cooking for 10 years or this is your first time in the kitchen, always try to learn something new every single time. So let's start with your cutting board. This cutting board is about 1.5 inches wide. It's made of wood. It keeps things really stable, like your vegetables and proteins when you break them down. Now your chef knife. It's about 10.5 inches. It's gonna be your main workhorse in the kitchen, so if you wanna splurge on a knife a little bit, this would be the one to splurge on. Your paring knife. It's about 3.5 inches. It's really nimble, so it's really good for when you're working on something in your hands. So this is called a utility knife, or in Japanese, a peri. I actually use it for 90% of my kitchen tasks. It's really useful, it just gets in there, it's not very intrusive. This is actually my favorite knife, so if you want to invest in a knife, this would be the one to invest in. A zester. The zest of a citrus fruit actually has a lot of different uses. I would get one of these as well. A bread knife, a serrated knife. These are really cheap on Amazon, they're $10 to $15. They're flexible, they're really good for just cutting bread neatly. A sharpening steel. When your knife is dull and you need to sharpen your knife really quickly in a pinch, you don't want to use these sharpening stones, you want to use a sharpening steel like this. A peeler. A peeler actually has a lot of different uses. Most people just use them for carrots or cucumbers, but they can actually be used for cheese, for chocolate, for apples. They're really useful to have in the kitchen. A pastry scraper. This is actually my favorite item in the kitchen. I use it to clean off my cutting board, to pick up a lot of different small things. It really saves a lot of time in the kitchen. And that is what I think every home kitchen should be equipped with.